Author of Engaging Virtual Meetings and the producer of TechLearn 2021 Virtual Conference coming up October 25th through the 29th. Welcome to TechLearn Tips. Today, our guest is Victoria Halsey with the Ken Blanchard Company, and that she's going to talk to us. Oh, wait, she's speaking at the TechLearn 2021, and today she's going to share one tip from that session will help you create more impactful training. Let's bring in the one, the only, Victoria Halsey. All right, perfect, Vicki. You now are officially entered into our TechLearn Tip Dance-Off contest.
Yes, thank you. It's the best way to get energized. 20% more energy to the brain, you know, when you're dancing and moving. There you go.
20%. She knows, right? I guess you're calling in from the beautiful San Diego. Is that right?
That's right. Thank you.
And so let's see, you are presenting at TechLearn 2021, and I believe, which I'm going to love, right, as the engaging person too, you're going to talk about being engaging, right? Be engaging. So give us one or two tips from Be Engaging.
Oh, thank you, John. I just think today, with all the micro stressors, with everything going on in everybody's life, if you're designing training, designing a meeting, you need to really design with the audience in mind, be other focused, and help them be engaged. And how do you do that? Well, the engage model, of course, John, right? And E stands for energized learners. So what are you doing? Kind of even like well, you just started with some music. I'm telling you, when I play music, just while people are coming in, they're sort of dancing. And what does that do? It symbolizes I'm somewhere different. This could be fun. And this is virtual or face-to-face. So energize people before they show up with either some cool pre-work, maybe they send your book, John, and then they have 3 questions about it. But get people fired up before they show up and immediately upon showing up. Now, one of the things I just love to talk about in terms of just a mini tip for everyone, to be engaging, you really have to think very hard as you're designing a meeting or a class. What do I want people to do differently as a result of this 10-minute meeting, 1-hour meeting, 2-day training? Because I feel like to be engaging, you need to actually get to that point where they're doing what it is you need them to do. I think sometimes we get focused on learning objectives and not doing objectives. So my tip is, once you know what you want them to do, the N in the engage model is navigate content, which is what do they need to learn? And navigate content means it's not a sit and get. You're engaging, you're creating, you maybe type up a couple pages, pop them in a breakout room, group 1, you come back and teach us page 1, group 2, teach us page 2. Engaging means, and here's the interesting thing, they should be doing the work. So it's like you can present amazing data, but instead of talking through the data, have them talk you through the data. So that's the N, which is where you're navigating the actual content that someone might need to learn. And then what does the G stand for? If you're being a really engaging professional, designer or trainer or leader, the G stands for generating meaning. You just shared the top 3 ways to engage customers and your own customer service stats. You had people learn those 3 ways. G is what's in it for us? Generate meaning. What's in it for us to apply this? So getting people to sell themselves on the powerful, powerful information you just taught is critical. So what's in it for us? Look at this. And they sell themselves. So what that is in the neuroscience world is information's coming into the station, right? All that great content. The brain is saying, is it important? We better remember it, because then you'll get to the A. But if they think, yeah, that was nice, nothing important, boom, it gets pruned, John. Pruned. It's like, that's it. The brain says, beep, that was great, and I'm back to my email. They'll turn us off like that. But when we ask them and we get them to generate what's in it for us, our team, our organization, the A stands for apply. Now you get them to do what it is you want them to do. And I just think sometimes we say, here's everything you need to learn. Now go do it yourself. But no, while they're there, do something that helps people use the information that they just learned. And by the way, what's your mission as you do all these different steps is to create a strong neural connection to that new information. And the next G is critical to that, which is gauge and celebrate. Never end your meeting without a quiz, a crossword puzzle, some Jeopardy game, something that gives everybody a boost of dopamine, just like a chocolate bar when they get all those answers right. And this isn't a 10-minute meeting or a 2-day training. Keep re-engaging people by asking, not telling. And by the way, the last E of the engage model, extend learning to action. Keep it alive. If you've taken that time to teach something, get them to tell you success stories, etc. Keep it alive, because people need to know what they just learned is important, but that you, whoever designed it, values it enough to celebrate how they've utilized it. And by the way, that keeps building the myelin on the axon in the brain, creating a strong neural connection to what you want them to do differently. So there you go, John. How about that for an engaging tip of the day for everyone?
6 for 1. I love that. I love engaging. I love, the funny part is that virtual is no different than the real world. We've been working on engagement for years. Now it's just slightly different, those techniques to do it. And I love that you've been doing this here. What's one of your favorite stories of, like, when you've done these engaging things that somebody came back and did something in one of your classes? Just curious.
It's so funny that you just say in our virtual world, because one of the silliest things I do is people type in the chat box and then I say, John, tell me more about what your best leader did. And then John goes, well, he blah, 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 blah. And then I go, John, now look in the chat, find someone in the chat that you feel like had some kind of neat insight. And here's what we're going to do a lot of today. You're going to say these magical 3 words. Tell me more. And so what's great about that is tell me more becomes like the mantra of everyone throughout the whole session. But also I get leaders coming back. I had an amazing sales leader come back to me about a week ago in an email and said, you know what was the weirdest thing? This person came to me with this wild idea. And I thought to myself, that's never going to work. And he said, instead of saying that, I said, tell me more. And he said the person he was talking to got so excited, went out, made the sales call, sold a $250,000, whatever they sell. I don't want to talk about the exact client, but tell me that's not exciting. A $250,000 sale from tell me more from a leader, which they learned in a virtual training session.
Well, that's ROI, Vicki.
Woo! Yeah.
All right. So, Vicki, what's the name of your session at TechLearn 2021?
Designing engaging sessions?
Well, look for the word engage. That's all I know, Vicki. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us from San Diego and sharing all your tips for engaging and sharing a story about, that's really the key here. Why do we do training? It's not because it's amazing and it's awesome. It's because it produces results, right, Vicki?
Yes. Well, I just wanted to picture the person that sales leaders was talking to, going home to their family and saying, I knocked it out of the park today because my leader listened to me. And that's what we do as trainers, designers, meeting runners. We actually give people a chance to find their voice and be successful in their life. By the way, we design engaging trainings.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Vicki, for your time. We appreciate you. Hey, I love that TechLearn tip. And TechLearn has more than 130 learning experiences just like this one, all for $595. Register now at techlearnconference.com and use the discount code CHEN, Charlie, Hector, Enigma, Nigeria, to save $100. And you're going to get a free $29 Engaging Virtual Meetings book. And maybe Vicki will have another book there too somewhere. I bet she's going to give away one, at least in her class. Hey, we're going to see you there. We'll see you at TechLearn 2021.